Hello everyone, welcome to Law. Today we will be discussing an recent judgment of the Supreme Court of India. In the case of Bijoy Shankar Mishra versus State of Jharkhand, the Supreme Court recently gave relief by invoking Article 142 of the Constitution of India and Section 406 of the Code of Criminal Procedure to a party whose complaint for check bounce or check dishonour was dismissed by a magistrate at final hearing stage on the grounds of lack of territorial jurisdiction. Now, before proceeding any further with the case law, let's discuss the legal points that this case involves. As we already know that the Supreme Court has invoked Article 142 and Section 406 of CrPC to grant relief to the party. So let's first have a look at what Article 142 of the Constitution of India states. Article 142 of Constitution of India grants discretionary power to the Supreme Court. The article states that the Supreme Court, in exercise of its jurisdiction, may pass such a decree or order that is necessary for doing complete justice. Let's discuss Section 406 of the Code of Criminal Procedure, which has also been invoked by the Supreme Court in this particular case to grant relief to the party. Section 406 of the Criminal Procedure Code deals with transfer of cases by Supreme Court. Under this section, the Supreme Court has been vested wide discretionary powers to transfer a case or appeal from one high court to another high court, or from one criminal court subordinate to high court to another criminal court of having equal or superior jurisdiction subordinate to another high court in the interests of justice. Let's have a look at the facts of the case. Initially, this case was filed before JMFC, that is Judicial Magistrate First Class, in the year 2016 by Bijoy Shankar Mishra. After 4 long years, when the trial reached the final argument stage, things took an unexpected turn and the court concluded that the case lacked territorial jurisdiction and discharged the respondent against whom complaint was made under Section 138 of the Negotiable Instruments Act. Thereafter, the appellant, that is Bijoy Shankar Mishra, approached the High Court and filed a petition under Section 482 of CrPC. The High Court dismissed the petition and upheld the decision taken by JMFC, that is Judicial Magistrate First Class. Aggrieved by this decision, the appellant reached the Supreme Court. This case was presented before the bench of Justices S.V.N. Bhati and Sanjeev Khanna. During this case, it was brought to the court's notice that the appellant was not afforded an opportunity to address jurisdictional issues before the High Court. Recognizing the glaring procedural oversight and injustice faced by the appellant, the Supreme Court stepped in. In exercise of its extraordinary constitutional powers, the Supreme Court invoked Article 142 of the Constitution of India combined with Section 406 of the Code of Criminal Procedure. While deciding the case, the Supreme Court observed that the JMFC, that is the Judicial Magistrate First Class, while passing the order did not realize the legal consequences and the fact that the case had remained pending for more than 4 years and had proceeded without any objection to territorial jurisdiction till the stage of final hearing. There was a lapse and proper legal guidance which was not provided to the appellant. The court was of the view that the appellant should not suffer on the account of lack of proper legal assistance. This case suffered from a procedural defect which had a remedy and was not substantial to constitute a lack of subject matter jurisdiction. In this case, the Supreme Court invoked its special power under Article 142 of the Constitution of India. In its order, the Supreme Court emphasized upon the primary procedural nature of the Code of Criminal Procedure and highlighted that the defects and irregularities should never stand in the way of pursuit of substantial justice. Thus, the Supreme Court set aside all earlier orders and directed that the trial in the criminal complaint be continued in the Court of Judicial Magistrate First Class, Jamshedpur, Jharkhand.